So in the batch booking, we've made a few changes just to make the whole process a lot easier for you trying to batch book kids or do a booking rollover from one term to another. So under batch booking, which is found in Tools, we have a few UI or interface changes that we've made to this page. So the first one is the separation of the different categories. So we have non-template bookings, or you can see all the bookings that we have here are all non-template bookings. If we had template bookings, they would show just underneath in another section. And what this will allow you to do is separate the bookings that were from last term that have been made in templates, which just means if you're working with a bunch of kids that were booked in from a template last term and you want to book them into the same template this term, it's very easy to distinguish the two different types of bookings that are in your batch booking page, all right? And what we have right underneath is a list of rolled over kids. So as soon as we make a batch booking, any children that are already dealt with, the batch booking's done, they will then show in the list of rolled over, just so that they're not in the list that you're trying to work with, that we can see that they've already been rolled over and it's a clear list of what's already been done, okay? So other than that, we have the a new ability to set parents as default rollovers. So if we go default rollover parents here and click on this, it brings us to a page where we can set our default rollover parents. So it says here, parents added here will automatically have all their bookings marked as rollover intended. So if I click add new record, we'll select a child. So John Apple, for instance, after school care update. So any booking that's made by John Apple into after school care will now automatically be marked as a default rollover. So if I go back to batch booking here, you can see what it's done here is these were all no's before. You can see for John Apple, all his children or his 2 children and all the bookings that they have automatically are marked rollover as yes. Also, if we wanted to change it, there's an easy change here. For instance, for Tom McCloudy, we can change if they're a default rollover parent very easily by just clicking on that record and clicking and changing it to yes. So you can see it's very easy to change our parents between being a rollover and not being a rollover marked by default. One more place where this can be accessed is if we go to Tools, Booking Manager. If we find a booking here, so for instance, there's this booking by John Apple, you can see he's marked as rollover intended just by the switch that we just made in the system. We can click remove from rollover right at the bottom here. Okay, and what it will now do is you'll see that rollover intended is removed. To switch it back, it's just as easy to click add to rollover. And now John Apple for this booking type, which is after school care, will be marked as rollover intended. So that's how you deal with the new default rollover intended features for the batch booking. We hope that you find them very useful in determining automatically which parents should be rolled over and which parents shouldn't.